I think there'd been a lot of preparation. We had sent them CDs of us speaking and talking, showing them around the house. We'd shown them photos of us, quite large photos of our faces. We had sent a folder with pictures of the house, pictures of the local area, and their foster care was brilliant. She'd put the video on all the time, so it was in the background all the time, and they'd shown our pictures and seen them. And so I think for them it was, I don't know how much they understood of it, but for them it was they're getting a new mummy and daddy. And as with anything with children, when they get something new, it's all exciting and all wonderful. Oh, we've got this new thing, and so I think they were quite prepared, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
And then as soon as we walked in, they came running towards us and said, "Mummy, Daddy," and I thought it was really funny, and then ran off and ran backwards and forwards, and then
the foster carer had done a lot of preparation.
Yeah.
She's very, very professional. And she'd, introduce them to our, the DVD and the tapes and things, and so that when we did, walk in the room, I mean, they were shy, obviously, but they kind of knew that, that who we were, and so it made the whole process a lot easier. I mean, it was obviously very daunting. I still remember now. I was so nervous. The most nervous I've been, I think, through the whole process, walking into that foster carer's house and seeing them for the first time. But then once we started sort of playing with the toys and, sort of messing about on the carpet, it was, it just felt really, really nice and really, really, quite relaxed. But that week of introductions was, it was quite difficult and was quite emotionally trying, definitely.
Yeah. And I think also you're not in your own home, you haven't got your own comforts. You're so tired emotionally and physically that you don't have time to ring family and ring friends for that kind of support that you need. And the days just seem long. And I think for a few days, we weren't there till about 11 o'clock. So we were just sitting in our hotel after having breakfast. Just kind of like thinking, okay, we just want to be with them. We just want to be home with them. But I think they do it for what's best for the boys, and I think it was best for the boys how they did it, because I think day one we did about 3 hours, then we did about 3.5 hours, then we did a morning and an afternoon, and then we did an evening. So it was kind of like quite structured around them, so it wasn't too much for them and it wasn't too much for us, because we'd get most evenings to kind of like go out and have a nice meal and just speak to each other, didn't we? So.
Yeah. Yeah, we gradually did more things as well, didn't we? We sort of had lunch with them one day, we bathed them on another day, then we sort of put them to bed. So it was gradually doing, sort of phasing us in, and then almost sort of phasing the foster carer out. Yeah. So it was trying to make it, as smooth as possible. And obviously it's, it's a difficult thing for a child to transition from one, safe, caring environment to another. So it's just trying to make that as smooth and as sort of, trouble-free as possible.
Yeah, and we had a lot of support from our social worker, because they're on call 24 hours a day for your introductions, which was quite nice. Yeah. Because some days we'd think, oh, that's gone really well, we're really happy. We'd go out for a meal, then we'd come back in the evening, and it'd be like, I think everything sets in, doesn't it? Like all your questions and worries, and then you just worry about it. And then it was just quite nice to know that they were there on 24-hour call when you're on introduction. So you just pick up the phone and say, oh, I was just a bit worried about this. And again, they're really supportive, really trusting and non-judgmental. So you could just ask them anything or tell them anything, and they'd be there with help and support.